Hey, what's up, guys? It's Bye here. Yesterday, I made a video talking about how I unlock my sixth march in my current KvK, right? So I unlocked the crystal research yesterday that increased the number of marches that I have to six. Um, so that video, just to kind of like an informative video to tell you guys what it needs for you to unlock six marches in a Season of Conquest KvK. But the bigger question is that is it worth it for free to play or low spender player to even try to unlock six march in Season of Conquest KvK? So okay, let me go and kill another barbarian here. Then we'll talk a little bit more about what I think. Okay. So in order to unlock six marches research, you need to have all of the war tech to level 7. You need to have all of the second war tech to level 10, right, max. I think attack formation need to be level 7. You might have to work on some of the research like marching order and so on. Okay, so there are some research that you might not even use. So for example, like myself, I am running two tube type mainly, which are infantry and cavalry, right? So I am benefit from the quench blade here, gave infantry attack 6%, and mounted combat technique 3 gave cavalry attack 6%. But these two research right here, level 7 for siege and level 7 for archer, are kind of useless for me because I'm not even running archer. Okay, so Z research alone, like Z1 alone up to level 7, that cost me about 1.5 to 2 million crystal. Same thing here. So Z2 right here, 4 million crystal already. And I also have to get this one. I also have to get Z2 to level 10. This one here. Improve bows that work on archer and improve projectile to level 10, right? So Z probably cost me another like 4 million crystal, right? That does not work for my troop type at all because I'm running infantry and cavalry, right? And for people who running single unit type, either infantry only or cavalry only or archer only, you are wasting a lot of crystal on some of the research that you don't even use. And you could have used, like, I could have used that 8 million or 10 million crystals that I use on the research to just like upgrading my infantry research a little bit higher, right? Upgrading my cavalry research a little bit higher, getting a little bit more on a troop capacity here, okay? Um, and maybe a little bit more on like the march speed bonus, right? Working on the swift marching here so that your march run faster, right? There are a lot of research that I can work on that can actually benefit the marches that I am actually use on the field. Okay, so the first thing is that you are wasting a lot of crystal on research that you do not use. Okay. Second thing is that if you're looking at the commanders, right? Most free-to-play, low-spender players, you don't even have all the right commanders for you to run your number 6 march, right? Even for myself, I've been playing the game for like 3 years, and I don't have that many commanders, right? Some commanders that I want, I don't even have, right? Um, like yes, I have a decent amount of commanders, but doesn't mean I have all the commanders that I really want to. Okay, so that is you might not have the commanders that you want it's you might not have the right commanders that you could be running your 6 marches on the field. Um, the next one is that you might not even have the equipment. Okay, so for example, right now, if let's say if I'm running one of the an additional cavalry marches, I might have to end up using this set right here, which is uh, full of like blue and green equipment here, right? So like some of you like might not even have like some of you guys might not even have 5 sets of like strong gear on your 5 marches yet, and now to think of like running a 6 marches with like some sheer ass gear, it's not very effective, right? You're going to get wrecked on the field, okay? So like why do people want to, like why some people want to unlock 6 marches, okay? um so like like sometimes people just want to do something that they never done before, right? Or for a lot of people, right, they have a lot of resources. The more marches on the field, the faster they kill, but it also the faster they're going to burn the resources as well, because you gotta fill your hospital faster, okay? And imagine you gotta bring your 6 marches out, and that marches is that march that march doesn't have the right equipment for you to perform on the field. You will get wrecked, right? You will get completely wrecked on the field, and it just gonna cost you a lot of resource and speed up to heal that additional 6 marches, right? So like if let's say if you're like a free-to-play low spender and every KvK, right, your resources are somewhere below 2 billion, right? If your resources are below 2 billion, you don't even need to have a 6 marches, right? You can easily burn 2 billion resources using 5 marches on the field, okay? So like why did I decide to get 6 marches in this KvK, right? If I know it's not good. The thing is that, as I mentioned before, right, some people just want to do things that they never done before. For me personally, I just want to get the feeling of like running 6 marches again. And like originally, they used to give a lot more crystal on the KvK event. Okay, so my plan wasn't like I wasn't gonna try to spend a lot of money like going into to this KvK, but I had to spend a little bit more because they nerfed the KvK event, right? So that is one of the reason why. The reason number two is that uh, after some of the calculations that I did, I might able to, right? I might able to unlock 7 marches, which I've never done before. Okay, so that is something that I've never done before in Rise of Kingdom. I've never controlled 7 marches on the field. It's just something that I want to do. It's just like go for skydiving, right? Like I am afraid of height, but I might go for skydiving just for the experience, right? Just for like a one-time thing, just to like check it off your bucket list, right? It's something you want to do once in your life, right? So in this KvK, I might able to get 7 marches unlocked before the level 6 get open. So stay tuned, okay? I might make a video if I can manage to get it happen. So right now I spend, I don't know, 55 million crystal already, okay? 55 million crystal spent so far from just buying pop-up bundles and the premium crystal supply and the crystal questing, right? So 3 things that I bought in this KvK, right? And I want to see, right, is it even possible for me to get 7 marches, right? And see how it feel to play with 7 marches on the field. Is it even worth it? Okay. So the other reason, right, another reason for me to unlock 6 marches is because you can see that I have a lot of resources here. Okay. I still have a lot more resources on my 5 other farmer cows. Right, I have 3 farmer cows here and 2 other on different accounts that I haven't transferred over yet, right? So I have a lot of resources to burn this KvK, right? You can say it. So like the more matches on the field that I have, I can just burn the resources faster, right? So I don't have to fight a long period of time to get 30 million kills, for example, right? That is another reason. And right, I would say last but not least is that this KvK is gonna be tough first, right? We're doing 3v4, right? And 307 is a strong opponent, right? They have a lot of like alliances. They have a lot more players than us. So I do think that maybe sometimes you need to have a more margin on the field so that you have more field present, so that you can you can push off on the enemy, right? So that is another reason why I need to get more margin on the field in this KvK, because it's going to be a tough KvK and I want to help my kingdom win this KvK. Okay, so that is the reason why I had to. That was the reason why I tried to get 6 marches unlocked and even seven marches. Okay, I might able to get it there. Um, I did spend a little bit more in this KvK, a little bit more than what I initially planned, just because like the moment I announced that I'm gonna spend money in the KvK to get 6 marches, Lilith just when I had a nerf the character event here, it used to give like million of crystal right before the nerf. Now it just gave very little. So I had to spend some additional money to make up for the lack of crystal for the nerf. Okay. So yeah guys, right? So like me getting 6 marches just because I'm a YouTuber, I'm a content creator, I need to make content, right? So like, I've never done 7 marches or 6 marches before, right? That is why I unlock the research, right? A lot of time, right, I do think because I want to experience new thing. Like it doesn't mean it is like efficient, okay, right? In my opinion, even for myself, right, for like an account that like a 3 years old account, pretty low spender with pretty decent amount of commanders, like I still think that it's a lot better for me just to focus on getting very 5 strong market first, okay, and unless I have the commanders and the equipments that I can use on my 6 or 7 marches, it doesn't make sense, right? It doesn't really make sense for me to get like rushing for the research right here, okay? Doesn't make sense for me to get for the expand formation one or expanded formation two, right? But sometimes as a player or as a content creator, you just want to do something in your life, in your Rise of Kingdom career that you've never done before, right? It doesn't have to be the most efficient way, but it's just having fun, right? So for me, like getting 6 or 7 marches in this KvK, it's just a way of me having fun, but it is definitely not very efficient. Like if I'm gonna be getting 7 marches, yo, I'm gonna have to run cavalry, and the gear on my 7 marches is gonna be this one. I have no other equipment. Right? I'm gonna be running blue and green equipment here on my 7 marches if I manage to unlock it. Is it the best? Is it like smart idea to run a march with that kind of like crappy gears? Definitely not. And I don't even have the expertise commander to run 7 marches, but you know, sometimes you just want to do it just for the sake of like have that feeling, experience the things that you've never done before, guys. Okay. So yeah, like I hope you guys find this videos useful in some way, and maybe it will help you decide on either or not you should be getting 6 marches or not, guys. Thanks for watching the video, guys. Peace.